Hi, my name is George Simmons. I am a type 1 diabetic and have been for 20 years. I was diagnosed when I was 17. I was a senior in high school, and it was a little tough being diagnosed then because at 17 you kind of have your routine set. I mean, I would grab a pack of Crumb Donuts and a and a regular Coke for dinner, or for breakfast, or skip lunch, or grab just fries for dinner. I mean, I didn't think twice about anything. Half the time I would skip breakfast. And now all of a sudden I had to take a shot every day. I had to make sure I ate breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It changed everything for me as far as routine goes. I missed a lot of stuff my senior year, dances and parades and for the band, just being sick all the time. And I actually almost didn't graduate because I missed finals. I was sick, my blood sugar was all out of control, and so I missed finals the last week of school. And my teachers let me take my finals on Monday and Tuesday while all the rest of the seniors were practicing graduation. Luckily I passed and was able to walk on Thursday, so I had one day of my Wednesday rehearsal for graduation, but I graduated, so yay me. Anyway, it was I spent a lot of time ignoring diabetes. I didn't check my blood sugar. I would go months without checking my blood sugar, and I would still take my insulin. I never missed a shot, but I would never check my blood. I just hated it. And I went a long, long time that way, just ignoring diabetes, not thinking about it, not caring. I didn't know any other type 1s, so I didn't know what I should be doing. And in the back of my mind, I just kind of felt like it was a part of my life that I didn't want to have to face and didn't want to have to deal with. So I didn't. And one day, I got really sick, and I couldn't get out of bed. I couldn't drink a sip of water without throwing it up, and my wife didn't know what to do, so she called 911, and I remember trying to get to the living room because I didn't want them to have to try to get me out of the room, and I wanted to get to the living room, and I couldn't make it past the den. I mean, I couldn't stand. And I remember being in ICU and my wife being there and trying to eat ice chips and all this, that, and the other, and then I don't remember a lot of it though. But the thing I do remember is the fear in my wife's eyes when she was standing next to the bed. I remember looking at her and just seeing total fear of just not knowing what was going to happen. I mean, was she going to be a single parent? Was she going to be a 30-year-old widow? I mean, I don't think I've ever really thought about how much diabetes affects the people around me. I don't think I've ever really thought about it as much as I right now, sitting down in front of this camera. So it's a good reason to do this. But it does, and I think seeing that fear was one of the, and being scared myself was one of the reasons why I finally went and saw an endocrinologist. I'd never even seen an endocrinologist, and found out that my A1C was 12.5, and found out that that was bad. I'd never known my A1C ever before that. And it was after that that I found a podcast called Diabetic Feed, and that they had a blogger on the show, and that was when I found the online community, and I started reading these blogs and finding these other type 1s. I'd never met a type 1 before in my life. So it was the first time that I met these people living with the exact thing that I had, that understood what, what I was feeling, and also kind of showed me what I should be doing. So after that, I quickly met so many great people online, people that are my family in a lot of ways, who I love dearly. This community has been there for me so many times. I don't even want to. I'm embarrassed to mention how many times I go running to this community for help, for motivation, and you know what? And it's always there, and it's always genuine, and it's real, and it's constant, 24/7. There's never a time that this community is not here for me, and I'm not here for it. And I mean, this whole thing is like, it's this beautiful community that's alive and there for you, there for me, there for each other. And that's the thing. I mean, with diabetes, it can be so isolating. People don't understand making yourself bleed every day and sticking needles in yourself, and people that don't have it don't necessarily get it, even if they want to. But we do, and we are there for one another. And you don't have to feel like that. You don't have to ever feel like you are alone, or like you can't do this, or that you can't deal with it, or you would, that nothing will ever be better, that this is the worst thing. That's not true. You can move on, you can reach out, you can do this, you can totally do this. There are hundreds and hundreds and thousands of people out there that want to be there for you, and that need you to be there for them. And it's awesome. And I'm one of them. So don't ever feel alone. You can totally do this, because believe me, if I can do this, you can do this. I'm like way slacker loser. Yeah, totally. Anyway, so remember that. Forwards, you can do this. I couldn't do this one. You can do this. There you go. Awesome. Like,